A woman makes 7 instant judgments about your body in the first 3 seconds of seeing you. Most men over 50 miss 5 of these completely. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what she's checking first, and the number 1 trait isn't even what you think. Before we jump in, tell me where you're watching from. Drop a comment right now. Most guys are totally unaware of number 4. It's the one that truly separates the men from the boys. So, why do most men miss this? Let's break it down. Number 1, the silent handshake, your posture. So that survey said 67% of women notice one thing first. For the vast majority, it's your posture, your frame. I've seen it countless times in cafes. The guy who's a little rounded, looking at the floor, he's invisible before he even orders his coffee. The one who stands tall, shoulders back, owning his space, he gets a second look. It's a silent handshake. It tells a story without a single word. Here's the insider perspective you might not get from your gym buddy. We don't see good posture and think, wow, he must crush his deadlifts. We see it and think, he looks capable. He looks like he has the energy to keep up with life. It signals vitality. After 50, that's the gold standard. It's more compelling than a chiseled jawline you had at 30. Think about it. What does a slumped shoulder posture suggest? Fatigue, disengagement, maybe even pain. Your body is broadcasting that signal on a delay. The years of desk work, the old injuries, they've taken a toll. I get it. But that's also the good news, because this is completely within your control to fix. The mini aha moment here is this. It's not about being rigid. It's not about puffing your chest out like a soldier. That looks forced. It's about unlocking the frame you already have. It's about reclaiming the height you've lost to a compressed spine. A little improvement here pays massive dividends. So you're standing tall. Great. But the moment you start moving, her focus shifts. The next thing on the list tells her everything about your physical maintenance and your confidence in motion. And it's the area where most guys, even fit ones, make a critical mistake. Number 2, the walk of a man. So you're standing tall. But the moment you start moving, her focus shifts entirely. Your walk talks. And it's telling a story she's reading loud and clear. This is where even fit guys drop the ball. You can have great posture standing still, but if your walk it's a shuffle, it screams one thing: physical limitation, pain. It signals that your body doesn't move the way it's supposed to. And that's a massive turnoff. Here's what most men get completely wrong. They think it's about speed or swagger. It's not. It's about fluidity and power from the hips. A stiff, tentative walk suggests you're protecting something. A powerful, rolling gait suggests you're ready for anything. It's the difference between looking like life happens to you and you're happening to life. Let me give you a specific example. I was at the grocery store last week and saw 2 men, probably in their late 60s. One was doing this slow, careful shuffle, eyes on the floor. The other had a purposeful stride, a slight swing in his shoulders, his chest open, night and day. The second man wasn't faster. He was just more connected to his body. He owned the space he was moving through. The real secret isn't in your legs. It's in your hips and your thoracic spine. That's the technical term for your upper back. Years of sitting tightens all that up. You lose rotation. Your body compensates, and that's where that stiff robotic gait comes from. You're fighting your own body with every step. But knowing the problem doesn't fix it. You need the how. You need to know the practical, no-nonsense steps to reclaim that movement. And that's exactly what we're covering next. Number 3, the uniform. Fit over fashion. All right, so how do you actually build that fluid, powerful movement? It's simpler than you think, but it requires a shift in focus. Forget chasing the pump in your biceps. The golden ticket is compound movements. Squats, deadlifts, rows. I'm not talking about maxing out with 400 pounds. I'm talking about controlled, consistent weight that teaches your entire body to work as one unit. That's what builds the functional strength that translates directly into that confident walk. Here's your quick win starting today. Prioritize your hip mobility. Spend 5 minutes before you train doing hip circles and leg swings. It's a game changer. You'll feel looser, more powerful instantly. At your age, the warm-up isn't optional. It's the main event. Now a warning. Don't fall into the trap of working through pain. That's a young man's mistake, and you don't have time for the setbacks. No pain, no gain is a fast track to the sidelines. Your mantra is progressive overload, not progressive injury. Listen to your body. It's got decades of wisdom if you're paying attention. This takes time. You're looking at 3 months minimum to rewire those movement patterns and build a foundation. But that time is passing anyway, right? In 3 months, you can be moving better and feeling stronger, or you can be exactly where you are now. But before you think this is all about grinding in the gym, there's a much bigger piece to this puzzle, a counterintuitive truth about what women really respond to that has very little to do with muscle mass. And this is where most men, even the dedicated ones, miss the mark completely. Number 4, the spotlight, face and eyes. So what is it? It's not about being massive. It's not even about being lean. The single most attractive feature on a man over 50 is the vitality in his face and the confidence in his gaze. Let that sink in. All that work on your physique, it's the supporting act. The main stage is right here. Gesture to your own face. A tired, angry, or disengaged face can undo a perfect physique in a heartbeat. But a face that's alive, with eyes that truly see the person in front of them, that's magnetic. Here's the counterintuitive truth. Women our age aren't scanning for perfection. We're scanning for presence. We're looking for a man who is truly here, not lost in his phone, not staring into the middle distance, but engaged. That's what your eyes communicate. A direct, calm gaze doesn't say, I'm checking you out. It says, I'm confident enough to be right here with you in this moment. That is profoundly attractive. I'll be honest with you. The most compelling men I've known, the ones you just enjoy being around, weren't the most classically handsome. They were the ones who had that spark, a lightness in their eyes, a genuine curiosity. It signals emotional health. It tells us you have the energy for a real connection, for laughter, for life. And after 50, that energy is your most valuable currency. This is the part you can't fake. You can't gym your way into it. This comes from within, from a man who is at peace with his journey and still excited about his future. So what do you do with this? How do you build a presence that's more compelling than a sculpted body? That's our final piece, and it's where everything clicks into place. Number 5, the physical proof, hands nitality. All right, let's bring it home. This is where potential meets the pavement. You know the what and the why. Now for the how. Your mission isn't to become a bodybuilder. It's to build a body that works, a body that signals vitality through the details. Start with your hands, strong, cared-for hands. They suggest capability not just for opening jars, but for life itself. Then your neck. A strong, resilient neck is the pillar for that confident posture and gaze. It's the anchor. Now, you might be thinking, I'm too old to start. Wrong. You're the perfect age. You've lived long enough to know what's truly important, and you've got the wisdom to train smart, not just hard. At 60, 65, 70 plus, you're not competing with the 25-year-olds. You're standing out from the 85% of men your age who simply gave up. That's your advantage. So commit to the fundamentals. Compound lifts for your frame, mobility work for your walk, and most importantly, cultivate that presence. Put the phone down, look people in the eye, feed your curiosity. That's how you build the spark. It's a practice, not a destination. Let's do a lightning round recap. 1, posture is your silent handshake. 2, your walk talks louder than your words. 3, your face and eyes are the main event. Nail these 3 and the rest falls into place. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this. It was never about being perfect. It was about being present, capable, and fully engaged in your own life. Conclusion. So remember that survey from the very beginning? The one where 67% of women said they noticed one thing first? Now you know it's a combination. Your posture, your walk, and the confidence in your eyes. You understand the why. Let's keep this simple. Stand tall. Move with purpose. Own your space, let your eyes connect, and dress the body you're building. That's the entire playbook. You're 60, 65, 70 plus. That's not a disadvantage. It's your edge. You have the life experience to know what truly matters. You have the discipline to do this right. The game isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up as the most capable, engaged version of yourself. That man is always in demand. If this was helpful and you want more straight talk on fitness, style, and attraction for men in our stage of life, then subscribe to the channel. I post new videos every week to give you the honest insights and actionable steps you need to stay at the top of your game. Hit the bell so you don't miss them. This is what we do here. We focus on what actually works. No fluff, just results. Here's your final takeaway. The only competition that matters is the man you were yesterday. Go out there and beat him.